Hello collective and chosen ones. Thank you all for tuning in to my channel and supporting this channel. If it's the first time, welcome. I really appreciate you being here. First of all, I want to apologize for not doing a proper update last week. It's just been quite a lot of energy that has come in that's really sucked up my energy. When you are starting to work and elevate your energy, you start to come across a lot of dark and dense energy that's fired your way from left, right, and center. Sometimes it may not be even the fact that I've been having lots of rest or eating well enough. I can still suffer from fatigue. That's because the negative energy is so consuming to us and we're just fighting them. So there's been a lot of spiritual warfare going on, and it's going to continue to amp up as we are elevating. So today I'm going to be giving you another update, and there's a mixture of messages for the last week or so, as well as a comparison and reiterating the signs of something that comes from a dark worker. So the collective and chosen ones, we are all light workers. Our light really is shining so bright at the moment. It's really bothering a lot of dark energies and entities. So you may find that randomly you get some people that you haven't really been vibing with or have been in touch with starting to come back. And this has been happening with me for the last few years as I have been heavily into the spiritual path and working on myself. So first of all, I'm just going to give you a quick reading on what's been happening. Spirit's saying that whatever you're doing lately, it's in the right path and the right action you're taking. I'm going to start reading a bit more about the solar plexus and the chakra and everything that is associated with the energy around the chakras. So I picked up the card today on the solar plexus chakra. It symbolizes self-esteem, boundaries, self-worth, clarity, and optimism. So that's certainly something that you are now improving on and getting clarity on. It's also because you're also working on your boundaries, and it's becoming more and more clear as you're working along. You have a lot of self-love and self-respect. So therefore, your energy is elevating. The heart chakra symbolizes that you've been having a lot of compassion for people, even though some of them have not been so kind to you. So you have a lot of kindness, forgiveness, focus on your family, anything that is to do with unconditional love. And that's exactly what you're doing. You are certainly working along the path with the divine and really do the work. You're balancing your spirituality and practicality with your everyday. So you're balancing between the 3D world and anything that goes on, as well as your spirituality. So you're really finding a clear balance on what to do as you are doing things, day-to-day basis. A lot of you, I mentioned in the last reading that you are working out a health regime. Some of you are going back to exercising. It can be just as little as, say, 10 to 15 minutes, but you are really making a conscious effort of doing this regularly to keep your energy up. It's really important that you work out a regime to keep your energy in whatever way and method that you use. Some of you may be just even simply going on to nature walks. Some of you are going to do yoga, exercising, walking, and also spiritual baths, whichever way. Another way that I can suggest is if you listen to certain music that is your favorite, that means that that is of a high frequency to you. I suggest that whichever favorite music that uplifts you, please put that on and really blast it, and because the energy will be lifted back up if it's quite low. Save it on your playlist that you can listen to regularly. It could be any music, and I'm not talking about just whatever music that you are in. It can be anything. So that's a really good method of lifting your energy up, because sometimes the way to tell that you have been under attack, a spiritual attack, is when all of a sudden you feel very tired, and it has nothing to do with not getting enough sleep or you've been working too hard. All of a sudden you can think about that person that you haven't really, and you're wondering why you're thinking about that person. It's because that person's thinking about you and sending you messages that are not in the high vibration. So please use your discernment to try and pick that up. So I'm going to read out some signs that, just to make sure that you understand and can tell whether it's coming from a dark worker. And this ties in with my shorts video that I did a few days ago, titled "You're Becoming an Expert in Energy Reading." So this is like confirmation as well, and signs that I've picked up during my experiences working with or dealing with dark workers. It can come at you randomly. So Spirit's letting you know that dark workers now cannot accept your defeat. They can tell, they can pick up the light. The purpose that they are doing this is to take you down and stop you from living your purpose. Now, you know that they can't really stop you, but they can slow you down by distracting you with different things and making it hard for you. So what they do is I find that they've been targeting the people that I've been working with, the people I've been close to, and in a lot of ways they disguise and they use the people around you that are close to you to break you down. So this can be in the form of close relationships that you had, and suddenly that person has betrayed you. They use your friends, and just in different formats. So all these low vibe entities are working for the devil. They're what I call incubus succubus. They really suck your energy and are energy vampires. Some of these signs you may not be able to pick, especially if you have been newly awakened in your spiritual path. You may not pick up the signs. It just comes with time, where you've experienced enough to know exactly what's happening. As soon as something like this happens, where a low entity has fired things your way, you can always tell after some time. So the warning signs of red flags is that somebody has suddenly just sent you some cryptic messages. It could be an ex-lover, it could be somebody that you've been having some dealings with. Now, when it comes to, say, in the love department, or so-called people that you really shouldn't be hanging around with, those signals can be in the form of sexting, sending text messages to do with sex. They can love bomb you. All of a sudden they make you some compliments, and then all of a sudden they make you question about you as a person. Gaslighting. They don't really have any empathy. If you tell them that you've been going through a hard time, they may even try and change the subject. They gang stalk you. A lot of them have been using social media with false, fake profiles and stalking you. Emailing you, somebody else. They strategize their move in a shifty way. And as I mentioned, there were mixed signals that they can send you. Sometimes it really made you question, why is that person talking about this certain thing? They certainly love mind games and scheming ways. And you're always in a situationship, not a relationship. And this can drag on for a long time. They don't tell you anything really. And if they do, they change the subject when they know that you're starting to pick up things. They're always involved in third-party situations, and even if they're in a relationship, they won't tell you, and they start to, when you met them, they're already in a relationship possibly, or marriage, and the other person does not know anything about you. And if they're starting to pick that up or suspect that something's going on, they will tell your partner that you're their friend only, there's nothing going on, and vice versa. They'll tell their partner that there's nothing, or they tell you that there's nothing. I hope that makes sense. So they will make up stories saying that, oh, that person's just my friend. There's nothing going on. I'm just helping her because she's going through a hard time, and vice versa. And this is not gender-based I'm talking about. So, and this happens all the time. They're always lying to people. Their life is just never a reality. They always promise you something and then they never deliver. It's all about talk and it's bullshit. And then after a while, you start to pick that up and it becomes a real farce. Now, if you're serious about this person, not knowing this, you will start to feel your energy drained and you start to question yourself, keeping you stuck. And that's their whole strategy. And what they will do is when they contact you, you feel so excited at first when you didn't know anything about this person. And then after a while, when they pick up that you are starting to pick up feelings for them, they'll start to ghost you. And then, so your tactic now, after a while, you know that these are all very narcissistic and low vibration tactics that they use. They never have any intention of having a relationship with you. So they start playing mind games. They start running from you, and then it'll take a while. And then you start to feel what's going on. And sometimes they make you chase after them. So this is back and forth energy that's going on. It's like playing a game of chess. You move this and I'll do that. Or sometimes they may not even do anything, and then they just wait for your call. Now, if you start chasing them, they'll run away. And if you don't chase them, after a while, they'll come back. So a lot of them also are now starting to give you and reveal they take off their mask and reveal their true self. So the game for you to play with this, if you're not ready to really disconnect from them, is to start playing these rules. And just, if you still need to contact them, say very little about yourself, because it's very important that you do not reveal what you're doing. If you're trying to find out information from them, let them give you some clues. So recently I've had the opportunity to come against this person who revealed a lot to me without me even doing too much. All I did was ask one question. So, and I got the answers. I asked this person, so how many clients do you have that when you're working with this job? And then this person started revealing something that is very, very dark about themselves. But they blame the other person and saying that, oh, this job's not going too well because this person made some sexual advances at me. And straight away I knew that this person has been involving with a lot of things that are inappropriate. but at the same time not admitting it and blame the other person. So I started to get a lot of clues, and at the same time this person also sexted some messages and asking me some things that are very, very private. So that's when I know that this person is really not for me. Now, I didn't say anything, I didn't reply. I started to just move away, and this person's going forward more and more. And so it's time to block out these things, because your energy is elevating. You can no longer vibe with these people anymore. Otherwise, you're going to feel tired and it really drains you. So that's the reason why I have been away for a bit of time, because it just was consuming me. This person just was very relentless and would not stop. They're very superficial, they're very materialistic, and I mentioned before that they're very good at distracting you in many ways. They fire anything. They have very thick skin. They have no qualms betraying you. But the thing is, now, collective, as you are working closely with spirit and doing a lot of spiritual work, your intuition is going to be so on point. And I mentioned about the shorts that I have done before, and the video about how you're becoming so good at picking up the energy. So you can always pick up these signs. A lot of this can be done remotely. So it's like remote viewing, and you can sense what this person's up to without even knowing, or without them telling you. Let me just see if there's anything else. So a few days ago, I put out the video, Thank You Haters. So they are your teachers, really. They're here to be up against you, to make you clearly see where your direction's going, to your north node. Without these teachers, you're not going to be achieving much, because there was no need to fight against this kind of energy. So you are very appreciative of what lessons you're learning, and it's made you to be such a resilient person. Nothing really is too difficult for you nowadays, even though sometimes it can be very challenging juggling your energy and just doing a lot of things. I'm going to pull out the cards again from yesterday. You are overcoming quite a lot of obstacles, spending a lot of time alone in solitude and working on yourself, because there's a lot of passion projects that you are pulling out again and reworking it. Patience and planning is required. Rest and rejuvenate, because it's very important that now you work out and organize your time properly, because be ready for success and transformation. I'm going to see if there's anything else that needs to be mentioned. And again, my readings are timeless, and it's when it's appropriate for you. Not everything will resonate with you, but that's okay, because it's just talking about the energy when it's the right time for you. Bear with me. So you now have the tools to navigate through all walks of life, work, your personal development, and you can just scan through the energy now. You're finding that you're talking less and perceiving more, which is the best thing that you can ever do now. Please do not reveal too much to others, because your energy is very different to others at the moment. And that's the reason why you're in the collective, and also you're part of the chosen ones, because you've been chosen by Spirit to fulfill a double mission, not only for yourself but as well for other people, and to elevate consciousness. We cannot go back to the past anymore and go back to the lower vibration. It's just not possible. So I hope this resonates with you, and just please use your discernment when it comes to people that try to come back into your life and offering you something. If you don't feel good about it and you second guess, that person's not for you. Some of your friends are double crossing you. They have been betraying you by hanging around with the people that you no longer deal with anymore, knowing exactly what has happened in the past with past betrayals for you. So spend as little time as possible if you cannot completely cut this person out. So I hope you find this very useful, and I'd love to get some feedback from you. And if you can like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification, because by doing that you will receive regular content from me. If you haven't done that, then it's very likely a chance that the algorithm doesn't pick that up, and hence you may not see much of my videos in YouTube. So I hope you have a great day, or great week, more like it, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.